for some reason. The 59.
No, we're not 59. We're only 15 seconds away from starting. All right. So I'm just gonna believe that we're live and that everything's okay for once. And as
I really don't think you should do that.
yeah, well, you know what?
Because we've done that in the past.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome once again to the weekly WAYPN. I'm Karl. Okay. Henry
and Sangeeta.
Alright.
But now let's just double check there really are. That I'll go to my iPad and make sure that. Oh yeah. Okay. It's live. Okay.
Ah yeah.
Hey Rumbo. Yes, first correct. You are correct. Yes, first.
Alright, so shall you want to sit down
sit
and
over
you
there?
and you can start with Thomas's post and we'll take a look
Thomas.
through this sexy Stormcaster photo.
It is very schmexy. I will say. Thomas says, it had been a tough week for me, and I didn't have much time to paint anything worth posting. I made some progress with last bunch of Iron Warriors and started another Stormcast warband for Underworld. I've been very excited for them, but for some reason painting first one was such a chore. I lost all motivation for finishing them, at least for now. Last thing, the Space Marine with cast metal texture is the beginning of some experiment I was thinking about the whole last week. So keep your fingers crossed for its success. More updates coming soon.
Yeah, well, okay, so I think the Stormcast might be a bit of a chore, but it's looking good, don't you think?
Oh, so good. I have no idea how he does his metals.
So I think it looks a lot like an ink wash.
Ink wash, you say?
Yeah, I think he like dry brushes steel and then does an ink wash.
But it doesn't look dry brushed. I can see how that is. Like at the knee pads, the lion and the...
Yeah.
I can see a little bit of that sort of silver dry brushing.
Maybe it's
But
just
how do you do
airbrushed. What do you think? Maybe airbrush
Let
and then
me
an
try
oil.
to zoom in here if I can.
Alright, I'll go into detective mode.
I definitely think it was dry brush, but I don't know how he did it. Was it with a makeup brush or what?
But yeah,
But the rest of it, like say the forearm here, the chest plate, like, I don't really see much of that silver. I do see the trim on the what it is for my right, the shoulder pad. But everything else looks like a really sort of smooth gold application. But
smooth gold applicator.
It looks very similar to the type of technique that GW would teach you how to do.
Yeah, it does, except a bit smoother. So
Yeah.
moving on to the Iron Warriors,
Rumble
I think.
says he likes the gold. But yes, let's move on to...
Yeah, moving on to the Iron Warriors, I think that they just look great. I think they look very thematic, but, you know, once again, it's the eternal Iron Warrior complaint of where the contrast at.
Yeah, but I really like the mask that he did for these guys. They look very... what's that guy's name from Ninja Turtles?
Oh, Shredder?
Shredder. It's got Shredder vibes, and I like that, actually.
But yeah, so I'll be interested in seeing where this experiment goes. But yeah, interesting stuff. I wouldn't feel demotivated. I think it looks great. So next up, we have more Tomas.
Of course.
And this one we're going to be going over just quickly because there's a five posts that all come together.
Tomas is here.
Hey, Tomas.
Yeah, gold is Mr. Hobby. Paint from spray cans,
Oh.
then wash, then dry brush.
Interesting.
Actually, Tomas, if you are able for one of your future posts, just make one of your mini tutorials on how you do the gold.
No, that'd be cool.
I'm
All right.
very curious to see.
So you want to read out
Yeah.
this one so that we can go through it?
Yeah.
But we're going to be a bit quicker with this one, Tomas, because there's a few bits to it.
Yeah. Here's the first stage. Dry brush over lightened German grey, layer of chipping fluid and layer of dark blue, AK's dark Prussian blue, yeah. And of course, chipping. More layers to come after matte varnish.
Yep. Okay. So.
So is this like just a...
It looks. It sounds very similar to that idea I had for Space Marines. It sounds like exactly what he's doing. But yeah, remember when I said we should do a new Space Marine technique based off the what do we call that? Beige dystopia future.
Oh yeah.
It seems like that he's done that. All right, so let's go to the next one, which is stage 3.
I like this blue. Stage 3, mid bracket main, tone, painted, and chipped.
Okay.
And the chipping is with sponge, I presume.
Okay, so yeah, I wonder if that's him rubbing off to the underlayer.
Oh, like with the chipping medium or something. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he can tell us in the comments if that was rubbing off or adding on.
Sorry.
Has the thing done its thing again?
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll go to the next one. Read it out.
Yeah, thank you.
And then go through it. So stage 4, the brightest layer. Now seal everything with varnish, apply filter, and then pin wash. So is this a matte wash or is this? We'll take a look.
Like
so
with oil? Oil, is that it?
Yeah. Well, let's see what he says.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is very frustrating for me, so I'm just going to use my phone because
That's
it's more
totally
reliable.
That's totally okay. So how about you just get rid of the comment side from...
Now, I'll keep the comments up here, but I won't have my Facebook up.
Okay, alright, because, the iPad went a bit dodgy. So
yeah.
We don't know whether that's gloss or matte for the varnish on that one just yet. So I'm going to go back to the comments.
I would think you wouldn't put a gloss.
Yeah, but if you're going to use the... if you're going to use oils, gloss is... the way that most people
to get it to be more hydrophobic and just really seep into the right layer.
So stage 5, filters, pin wash, transfer, base colors blocked. Next post will probably be the final one.
Yeah, so I'm at the post that you are on right now.
Yeah. Okay. So, he puts in like the various bits, and then he starts pin washing. Because the reason that I asked that is because we saw some chipping right here before, but it seems dulled right down.
Oh, on the side panel thing?
Yeah, on the side panel. So his thigh panel.
On my phone, I can actually see it. It's quite obvious there. It's still.
Yeah, it's there, but it's not that sort of steely look that it was
before.
before.
Yeah. You're right.
So I'll go back, see if there's any comments.
Definitely feel. You know what it feels like? It feels like frosted armor.
Alright, and then.
That would be interesting.
Next up we got Lance. Alright, we'll take a quick look at Lance. Actually, I'm gonna see. Yeah, no, we'll just skip over to Tomas's final ones.
Oh, sure.
So that we just do it all in one.
Okay. Final thoughts. I made too thick layers to the point that paint flooded details. You can see it especially at the bolt gun. At this point, initial gray layer seems pointless as it's lost under consecutive layers. It can be remedied in 2 ways. One, less layer of blue, or by painting layers more precise. But this requires better airbrush skills. Anyway, layers should be thinner. What would make them easier to chip and easier to control the chipping process? Also, it would be better for details. The whole ordeal with consecutive layers requires too much work as for one figure, but definitely would be more effective in batch painting. Despite the problems, I would consider this experiment a success. Tank techniques work fine on Space Marines and give effects I counted for. The method needs refinements and more experimentation, but have great potential. I'll definitely work on it.
Yeah, so it does sound... So he's made a comment and it does sound exactly like what we were talking about with beige dystopian future. Mm-hmm. Can you read it there? Would you like to read it out?
Yeah. It's common technique in armor modeling, so-called distressing. Airbrush, darker to...
Tone, I think that's meant to be.
Yes. Yeah. Darker tone, apply chipping medium, then airbrush lighter tone and scratch some of the lighter one off to make old paint effect.
Yeah, and that's
pretty
exactly.
much the dystopian future one.
So, if you've seen our video in our worst Warhammer experience, that's what we talked about with what we called beige dystopian future when we did all of the various stuff for the
Gallo Dark.
Gallo.
It was a few, like Gallo Dark, Soul Shackle,
Soul Shackle. And
some others.
Yeah.
But
So,
they're all the same, like the Hulk, the Hulk,
and so
Space Hulk.
I wonder if it's the chipping medium itself that he's using.
Yeah,
rather than because like it seemed like his chipping medium was a liquid one.
Larry's done that before too. He's also used like chipping medium, and it didn't really work out.
So I think maybe try mask.
Yeah. So what we do to mask is just get regular old what is that called, masking fluid.
Oh.
You don't have to get like the Vallejo specific ones, or just regular masking fluid that you get from the art store, right? Apparently there are two types, ammonia based or water based, but I don't think it really matters.
Just seeing if I can get the iron up.
Oh yeah.
So
The art supplies box is at the very top box.
So can you grab that out for me while I'm trying to set things up on the computer? So Tomas, I'll show you what we're talking about. So give me a hot minute and I'll see if I can put on. Okay, yeah. So it's just this one, Tomas.
Regular masking fluid.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you want to grab out the thing that we use, the applicator. So we usually use sponge, and you should use sponge if you're going to do it this way. But we just get these applicators.
Yeah, it's like a fine needle applicator. It looks like this when you open it up. Very fine needle. You don't need, when you're doing the chipping effect, you don't have to use this needle. What we do is just get sponge, small pieces of sponge, dip it in the fluid, and then sponge the liquid on.
That's what we do.
So it's the exact same step, just that the chipping medium is this masking fluid.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. So I hope that helps. I really love seeing your processes, and like I think that helps other people so much. Like, cause now no longer is it like this because you might think it's a failed experiment, but it's not. For us, it's a lesson for all of us, and we can see it live in real time, essentially.
And that's why we like when people post these their lessons learned, because that's the whole point, so that someone else can learn from your mistakes and achieve the results that.
Because I don't think that this model looks bad at all. I'd be really proud of this model.
Yeah.
But I understand that it's a failure from the point that you didn't get what you wanted out of it.
Yeah.
And like that's totally fair. All right.
Okay, so we're going back down to Lance's one.
Yeah, we'll go back down to Lance's one, but thank you so much for that, Tomas.
Yeah, hi Kit, welcome. Yeah. That
was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Hey Kit, hey. All right, so Lance, can you read out his one?
Wet look done with dry brushing. And
it does look wet, doesn't it?
I'm just trying to figure it out. So it's just a regular. Is it just regular base coats, and then you just dry brush?
I think it's like one of those transparent things, right?
Yeah, because like I see a little bit of that.
Transparency.
Yeah, no, you're right, because I see on his hand the green light passing through onto his hand.
And so he's just done a dry brush of white to sort of highlight, essentially what would be the reflective highlights.
It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I think.
It does look wet. It does look wet.
I think it works.
It works very well indeed.
All right, so
next we've got Larry.
He's working with 1:1 scale here.
Yep.
So
my dad wanted me to airbrush something he had, and I started it today. Got about 2 of 3 done with the primer coat and decided he may go with a different color. But in any case, it's my first time doing a 1:1 scale model.
You know what is hilarious is that Sunny thought that this was an actual fence that you made.
No, so like the brown one I saw, it's a real one, right? Like,
yeah, and you thought that was a reference picture?
Yeah, I thought it was a reference picture for the second one, which is like all white looking and gray, and then because the ground looks like some mud effect situation, and I thought like, oh, that's a very good fence you've done there, Larry. And then turns out it's the same dang fence, because I see it's a satellite dish over there, and I'm like, oh, I see the jokes. But yeah, it's a good fence, a good primed fence.
Alright, so we go from Space Marine to Space Marine with Luke Casey.
Luke. Is it Casey or Cassie?
I think it might be Cassie. I'm not good with the pronunciation.
Yeah.
So,
here are some whip.
One sec. Tomas says, I didn't consider it a failure. I would say it was a success. I learned a lot from it and achieved what I wanted. That's good to hear. But in the post, you sounded a bit despondent.
Yeah. Disappointed.
No, despondent. Just like I put all this effort in, but that's how it sounded to me.
Yeah.
You can blame Sunny's reading of it.
Yeah. Here are some whip pics of, I should say pictures, of my latest mini. His loincloth is finished. I worked on it first because it is the hardest area to get to by far.
Totally fair.
Good on you. That's actually how you should plan with painting your mini. I just want to make that point because Rumbles asked that question before. What's the painting order like when you paint minis? I also made the mistake of not painting this guy in sub-assemblies. Whoops. So the back of the shield is really difficult. I decided to try my own scheme for a Dark Angel Blade Guard veteran. Let me know what you guys think of the color choice.
Is your own skin white?
Pretty sure that's not done yet.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, because I'm like, what?
He's only gone as far as the armor.
Yeah, no, because I was a little confused when he says, this one is da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, huh?
Well, it's very clean as per usual.
Yeah, no, it is very clean.
I love the loincloth.
It's a bit too, sharp for me. The transfers in color. I think that the top part is really, really good. But I think, the bottom half could be improved.
Really? I think the color variation is close enough that it sort of blends quite nicely. Because it's still following that sort of cell shading coloring technique. I don't know. I feel like it's actually not bad.
Okay, well...
Yeah. Oh, I really love the scabbard.
The purplish scabbard. The desaturated purple.
Yeah, so I think he used an airbrush. It's really good.
It's very smooth, but I'm not sure whether airbrush or not. But yeah, so I think... I actually like the shield the most with the brass and cream.
Ooh.
I think that looks really cool.
It does look quite sort of oldie too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Factory old.
It did give me the reminiscent ideas of that beige dystopian future that we talked about. But it's so funny going to this guy, right?
From the other one, the chipping one.
Not just the chipping one, but do you remember when we did our Blade Guard veterans?
Yeah, but our Blade Guard veterans really look banged up.
Oh yeah, no, they've been through it. They're there and they're just like, we are going to mess you up. But yeah, sorry for the singing.
Is that singing?
I see.
I thought it was sound effects.
Shall we finish it on this one? Because I think we've said all that we can on this.
What do you think of the base though? Is that something that's pre-sculpted base?
No, it's obviously cork in that, but at the back, it's a bit too obvious that it's cork where you've done that rounding.
Yeah.
So I think maybe put some sand over that or something like that, because...
Just to like cover up that sort of slopiness.
Yeah.
Righto.
Righto. But I will see what has been said. It's anti-Vulcan. Okay.
They call a 1:1 real object the prototype, as it's the item to copy in scale.
Alright, so next up we got Larry.
So we have spent today indoors. So I policed my painting area, then did a little quick painting. But the orange instant color on the bags to see how put the orange instant color on the bags to see how it looked, and gray on the base and highlight areas of the wall.
Oh, hold up. I finally get to see what he's talking about. Come here.
Oh!
The orange and blue skeleton. Now we get to see the reference
picture.
the blue oyster cult. Okay.
Oh, it is blue oyster cult.
Yeah.
So it's very like artistic then, like an artistic stylized choice.
Yeah. So, alright, well, you want to read the rest out? Because I wanted to show that one to you because I knew you'd be like...
Yeah, okay, in that case, Larry, it is very hard to tell because in a 2D art, almost anything can be accepted.
Yeah.
When it comes to 3D models, it doesn't translate.
I do think I get what you're going for now, but anyway, you finish the post and then we'll move on from there, okay?
Okay. On the backs to see how it looked, and grey on the base and highlight areas of the wall, and a little black to the hair of the sausage man. I also made a gravestone for the Reaper. I'll fill in details later. I was kind of hoping someone would have keyed in on the inspiration, but I guess album covers aren't as big a thing anymore. Anyway, the cover for one of the best live albums ever is the inspiration for the piece, and why I'm not doing a general OSL, just the two-tone on the bones. Are you ready to rock?
Well, I've never enjoyed live albums. I've always hated live albums. That's more a me thing.
So is it like an album of all live performances?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a fan of that either.
Yeah, no. So like for me, when it comes to music, I prefer the clean studio one because like for me, live performances live in my memory, right? That moment. And I don't want to revisit it with like, excuse me. I don't want to revisit it with
the sounds with other people like.
Oh no! Like I don't want to revisit it through like a mobile. You know how mobile people record stuff with mobiles. Like just be there for God's sake.
Yeah. There are just certain moments there where I'm just like, what's the point of doing that?
Why are you recording the fireworks? Like,
because you know that years are gonna go by and you're not gonna go back and look at your phone to find the video of the fireworks and look it up.
Yeah, no, like if there was fireworks and like I would prefer to point it at the people, because that's what you're gonna want to see years later. You're gonna want to see the people. You're going to want to see who...
Because, like, you'll probably see a bunch of other fireworks along the way.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's fun, but fireworks are fleeting, and you should treat it that way. Anyway, we're becoming...
old people.
We're fossical, because we're philosophizing.
I do like the orange on the bags.
Alright.
What?
We're moving on.
Are we? What are we going to talk about?
It's Member Monday. #Member Monday. Just one new member this week, but that's all we need to keep the hobby train rolling. So let's give a warm welcome. Joined a community of painters, builders, basers, and occasional chaos goblins. We're glad to have you with us. If you're lurking, now's a great time to show us what you're working on. And if you've been painting, post those updates. Let's keep each other motivated with all the brushes moving. What are you painting now? Make a post about it.
Rumble says their snipers have a lot of character. And Penguin says, sneaky penguin popping in to say hello before a meeting. Hopefully I can see the Mad Cat before I need to go.
So Kid Strong has...
Proof of life. just primed a batch of champions from Ascension Tactics.
Nice. I like that the post script because we haven't seen Kit for a little while. But yeah, so it's good to see you. You're still kicking about, man. And then
We've got Josh,
our new member.
Been working on my Krieg again. After a 4-year break, finished off the Bruiser and the Remote Mine in this weekend. Happy with how well they match up after so long. Oh yeah.
I really like the way that he's done the basing. So I think he's just put some flock in before he put his mud effect on, right? Because it does look a little bit similar to our sort of swampy sort of thing, which we said would be really good for the which we said would be really good for trenches.
Yeah.
And I think that like with this, it looks really nice. I also like how he's blended in the what's it called, the decal for this mine thing, right? I think that some like I'm gonna just say like I don't think that the other ones are blended in as well, just because they're so pristine.
Yeah, the ones on the pauldron.
Yeah. Not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that it doesn't look as blended because it's just so pristine. But we don't see that little bit of film at all, which is good. You know how you have that bit of film with them?
Yeah, the glossy outline.
Yeah. So I think that's really good. I think like I'd be really happy with these if I finish these off and they look like this. Like there's absolutely nothing wrong with them, and I think the way that he's done the washing, it's not quite pin washing, but
yeah, it looks like a very nice sort of character level.
Yeah. Oh no, I have to put the stream settings on.
The stream.
Right, so I'm just gonna do that. Give me a moment. Alright. Now let's get back to it. So who do we have up next, Sunny? Oh, it's Teikoku.
Yeah, Teikoku.
Alright, so I will say one thing, guys. I have not done the Talk Tuesday post yet. So I hope to do that tomorrow. Unfortunately, we have just had so much on. And of course, we've had more government nonsense that we've had to deal with. Because, yeah. And
they can never make it easy.
Yeah, and it is just the most sensible of things that we want to deal with, right? It's nothing. Anyway, let's
Rumble said something kind of funny. I heard a song the other day that said your face is like fireworks exploding in the sky, and I was like, what? That's the lyrics.
All right. Well, we got Larry up next with some Skaventide minis.
Yeah. 1 minute. Oh,
No, I'm not giving you a minute.
Me.
You're not allowed. No.
Of course I did that. Could you read this one for me, please?
Okay. All right. Well, I will go to the start of the post and then I will read it out. Master, please.
I think I've gotten to the thing.
Did that actually work? The coffee allowed you time to get to the...
Yeah. There, a little light work to keep various things in progress and hopefully done soon. The Ratman, I'm not sure if I've shown here before. I like using these free monthly minis as practice pieces. This one's been going since December. Anyway, he's nearly ready for basing. Mostly I did the weapon shaft real quick, added a little ivory detail, and highlighted the cloth by mixing some grey in varying amounts into the original Crimson figurine. That would help it look a little dingier. The Reaper figure, I added the text on the grave and painted the base a mostly uniform color to get ready for working on that. And Robot Madam, I brushed a red filter over the bottom dress with smoothed out which smoothed out the color and made the finish more satin than gloss, which is what I want. The base color was Vallejo Express Cardinal Purple. The filter is blood red, but looks more magenta right out of
Yeah, it
the
does
bottle.
look more magenta.
But dry. It's obvious red in certain angles, so it's kind of cool color shift.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think it's an update. It's a whip. You know, it's pretty much exactly what he's talking about.
But I really love the color of that sort of wine.
Oh, of that one, yeah. So for me, like that's the least interesting one for me. I like the Skaven a lot. I like the sort of brown tinge he's added to the metals. He might have done that before, but
yeah, sorry, I was looking at the Skaven when I made that comment. Not
okay.
Not the lady. Yeah, I will have to agree with you. Lady is not as exciting as the other models.
The Skaven, yeah, no, I like the Skaven. I'm interested to see the finish of the Reaper model, but yeah, I'd say that's probably why I don't know about it. Like I buy CDs when possible, but they seem to be going extinct now. But they're making a comeback a little bit, but we'll see. I'll check the comments to see what people have been saying. The Kriegers have a World War One vibe, as the law intended. Yeah. I was like, your girl's face is what? Anyway, we have to go through visa stuff now too. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Let's move on. So after this, we have an Angela post.
Oh yeah. Angela, my current mostly done whip. I think I'm mostly at the point of cleanup and nitpicky details, but let me know what you guys think he's missing. It's a big Model 8.
So this is a thing called a Nightwalker, and I'm gonna see if I can get this very famous artwork. I think it's by Tony DeLizard. Nightwalker, Tony
DeLizard.
DeLizard.
Oh, DeLizard.
D&D. I'll see if I can find. Yeah. Oh no, it's not that one. It's this very I might just try Nightwalker. Maybe that will get me the one, because it was in the third. Yes. Oh, is this not by Tony DeLizard? It's by SW. I don't know. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can find. No, not that wasn't the one. This is the art.
Yeah, it's just like a silhouette, really.
Yeah, it's great. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go over here. I'll bring that up. So when I look at what you've got here, Angela, I look at it and I don't think that there's anything that I would actually say needs to be changed. Maybe a little more glossy.
Where would we put the glossy?
On the model itself, not on the clouds. To give a level of differentiation between it and the...
Would you say it's like sort of like an oil slick kind of skin?
So now I'm going to bring up the thing. So this is the famous artwork that I know. So the only thing that I would say between your one and this sort of thing is like, I think that it looks perfect as is. The only way I would know how to improve it is to do the galaxy effect. And that's way too much work, and you're far too into the process to do it. Yeah. I'd say it looks great. Like I saw you did a bit more work in progress there. So she used purple to blend out the red in the center of it to sort of give it like a sort of feeling as if that's where there's more color coming through on it.
Okay, so that's later on, not in this post? Or?
No, like it was on one of her shorts, so I think that means that only like people who know her see it or something.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
But anyway, so I think it looks good. Like, I wouldn't try for that galaxy effect. I'd like to see it in a clean surface, but the only thing that I could think to do right now is maybe give those eyes more of a intense sort of glowing look. What do you reckon?
I think so too.
Yeah.
Would you do like almost like a tesseract glow kind of thing, or like
No,
if it's just
more
white-
like a blue one.
a blue?
Like a teal. So what I'd do is I'd probably flood the area with some white and then paint over like maybe athematic blue.
Yeah,
Let's see
that's
what
the
we've
one
got.
I was thinking about. Athematic.
Yeah, athematic blue, and then just using something just like a straight teal, like I'm thinking about the golden one, which is quite potent, and then just the white.
Yeah.
You know,
That'll look cool, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. But let us move on to
More from
Kit.
Tuesday morning work. Quickly knocked out the Rubik lichens rope and got started on the Machina Initiate. That's how it's said.
He's looking a bit blurry, Kit. Looking a bit blurry. I'm having a bit of trouble.
Yeah, in some of the pictures, I think the white has really thrown the contrast of the models quite high that it looks very dark.
Mm-hmm. Tomas thinks that the Reaper from Larry would benefit from orange OSL on the cloth, and see that's what we talked about originally too, Tomas.
Yeah, but he's following like an
that-
album cover reference, and
I think the only way to get it to work would be to angle it right and then give it a backdrop.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, like that's the only way I could see it working, sort of thing. Alright, so
I think it still might not translate if there's not many of us.
yeah, I understand, but let's focus on Werewolf Boy here.
Okay.
So I think like it could be a bit smoother, but like I mean you're aiming for tabletop, so don't worry too much there. And it is a little soft in the details, I can see that.
Yeah, I think the Mechana Initiate turned out quite nice in the sense that it has a bit more of a steampunk dark feel with the color choice.
Yeah.
So I think it looks good.
But I feel like there should be something to separate some colours because like it's all just one solid colour, you know? Like I'll take a look at the card again. Yeah, like right here along. So take a look here. If you take a look in the picture, you've got solid spots of colour.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think hold up. Going backwards would be easy. Like right here, if you did that as a solid black or something like that and made this a solid colour, so you take could go forward. It makes my brain break a bit. And make his shield have like that two-tonedness. I think that would look really good, don't you? Just some of those shifts in colour.
Perhaps.
Not a lot of work, but just a little.
Yeah, a little bit of accent tones here.
Yeah,
Like
just to break up the blockiness of it.
Yeah, because it looks like it was meant to look majority gold.
Yeah, but I don't mind the brass look. I think just that's why I said black instead of that, because I think that would help break it up.
I feel like that is black. Just the lighting.
No, it's not. I don't think so. Alright, so next up we have... Oh, it's Joseph Mallon, which means, of course, a lot of text, a lot of pictures.
Oh, not too much, actually. I finished off my Titans, and they're the last of the minis from the Aeon Trespass Kickstarter. That is, except for whatever is in those 2 sealed boxes I'm not allowed to open until the story tells me to. Pretty sure it's plastic. Is it 2 minis? Could be 2 per box. They could be 2 halves of a big mini or parts of an existing monster, who knows? It appears my camera hates me today. In person, those medals don't look even slightly grainy, unlike in these pictures. Below in order, Helldiver Titan, Executioner Titan, Fear Eater Titan,
Interesting one.
Trespasser Titan, 2 mystery boxes with dice for skip.
But yeah, so come over here for a sec, Sonny. I think this is the most interesting one. It almost looks pearlescent, don't you think? This one? Take a look.
Oh yes, it does look pearlescent.
Yeah, I think that's probably...
That's cool effect choice to use for like that sort of a... Like
underwater person, yeah.
Is it an underwater person?
Well, I think they're all meant to be underwater people. Like, this is meant to be like big anglerfish sort of thing.
And I really love the choice of the greenish gold because like that's how I think metals might look underwater because of all the sort of like, I don't know, the
reflection,
algae, algae that's sort of put on there.
I think they all look good. I think he's hit his goal, but I do feel like these miniatures feel a lot softer than the first run of the Aeon Trespass. What do you think?
It does feel that way.
Alright, well, let us move on to... it looks like it's more Tomas.
Today I assembled AdMech's Iron Strider, but simply assembling isn't enough. So I upgraded it a little by adding some cast metal texture and flame cut marks on arm plates and a bit of rougher rust in some nooks and crannies. Now time to clean it and prime when it's dry.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Like how clean you managed to get the green stuff.
The little, scratch marks.
Nice and like little dingy scratches.
I think it's very cool.
I think it looks good.
Yeah. Oh, and the rest of the Creed kill team is hiding in the background.
Oh yeah, I see that now that you mention it. Yeah.
Alright, so let's see if there was...
Oh, Kit says some stuff.
Let's see,
I think the Reaper would benefit from orange OSL. Yep. They were very bendy PVC models.
I somehow believe that. The
verdigris on the metal would make it a bit more interesting.
I don't know about verdigris, but yeah.
Because I think he's trying to go for like these models are actually underwater. They're not like on the surface.
Sorry. I thought that was in reference to Kit's model. I was like, yeah. I do not think so. Alright, so now we've got Tim.
Well, I'm sure I won't be able to resist fixing a few minor points, but trying to call the banner is mostly done, so I can continue with the rest of the model. Now the base coats are done, it's washes and highlights and all the fun stuff.
Oh, I really, really hope, Tim, that you use a pin wash because this is quite clean at the moment. Like, especially here, look how clean this is looking. Right?
Yeah.
Like, a pin wash, I think, will just look so below. Since posting the photos, I see loads of mistakes I want to fix. That is the curse of the painter, And like, I'm sure when I look up close to some of the Teikoku models, I'll feel the same. But the other part of it is, you want to build, an army. Well, at least we do with Teikoku, so you avoid such things. Alright. So, like, I think that's all I've got to...
I think it's the feeling of wanting to be satisfied with your work and...
Yeah. Well, would you like to take a look at some comment? I think, we're all caught up. Would you like to do a bit of a ramble for Tim or move on to the next one by yourself?
No, yeah, because, I think, yeah.
Because, unfortunately, the loading bay has been
Alright, I will take a look at more Tim stuff.
But yeah, just remember, guys, we will open up to the stream. We'll open up to the... What are we talking about?
Let's just... Once you're done, we'll talk about
Yeah, because our one's coming up soon.
Oh, right, yes, okay. Because our Teikoku post is coming up soon, we can open up the Discord chats for people to come on and give their feedback to us on our Teikoku army. So I will purposely go slower than normal. Yes, so I believe, Tim, you had said, now the base coats are done, it's washes and highlights and all the fun stuff. Yeah, I would agree, because I was going to point out how it's looking a bit flat for, like, the mini, but, you were doing just the base coats, and that's understandable. But I do think, Cal is definitely right to try and do a little bit of that black pin wash. And trust me, just an oil pin wash, okay? You will not regret it. It's so easy and so simple that you just go boop and it just goes everywhere. You'll have lots of fun doing it. You won't feel demotivated to do that one extra step. And you will like the results. It will make a world of a difference. Even if you don't do any sort of highlighting on the flag or anything like that. The pin wash will make the difference. Let's take a look at some of the further pictures to see if there's any further commentary to be given. Yeah, I do see a little bit of paint that's sort of spread over the blue, but you know, we are also photographing things very closely, so it may not matter in the grand scheme of things, because I believe you're making this army for your kid. I think you mentioned in the past. I'm just gonna quickly pop over to the chitty chat and see what's being said. Right, I'm actually started doing more in the Mechana dude a few minutes ago. Okay, very good. Penguin, my issue with ad mech is they don't have enough mechs. I get the joke. I'm just like, wait, but aren't they mechs? And I'm like, oh, but you're thinking of a very specific mech. So yes, I totally get what you're saying. Anyway, let us continue to see if there is anything further to point out. Taking a closer look. I think that's just the start of the face. Okay. I thought, like, what is that? Like a hood or something. Yeah, Tim, I think this is looking good. Base coating, very well done. We can, I would think you're good to move on to your next stage, like you said. Alright, so here we go. There's more Twitch from us, and we have a post from Larry. Silly putty and masking tape are your friends. So should I go over the viewports with Spirit Stone Red or just gloss over it or what? I was thinking the Spirit Stone, but now I see this, and with its much larger size, I'm inclined to just gloss, as I won't have to mask it again until later. The white areas around the cockpit will be repainted black before I go on to the main coat. Fair enough. Spirit Stone Red, huh? Okay, we are on to Larry's post.
I see. There you go. For the... No, I'll put it in a glass first. Then you can have it. Just let me pass it to you first. Oh, it's so heavy. There you go. Alright.
I breathed in carbon dioxide.
Oh, what is happening?
That is what the fizz is made of, right?
The fizz is made of carbon dioxide. Well, okay.
Right?
So, next post will be us. So, be sure to be in the stream room.
So we just got to Larry's one.
Yeah, I know. And I said the next post will be in the stream
so
room.
somebody better come on to the thing.
Yeah.
Come on to the Discord.
I'm going to be in there soon.
Yes.
What's this? Naphthol?
Naphthol red.
No, hold it. It's nath.
Yeah.
Nath.
Naphthol.
Because it's a PH.
It could be.
Naphthol red?
Naphthol red, yeah.
Yeah, but like... Some of the times I say that Games Workshop names are terrible, and then we got stuff like this.
But these are like actual chemical names or something, right?
Yeah, they come from the actual
pigment.
It's so funny seeing it all gummed up there.
Yeah, he's sick. He needs to be covered up.
Yeah, he's like.
I have a cold. I have a cold. It's so cold. I got a fever.
Don't judge me. Don't judge
Well,
me.
he wants to do something with Should I go over the viewports with Spirit Stone Red or just gloss over it? That's what he's asking.
Alright, well, let's see. What do we have in here? Let's see, all kinds of mad cat goodness. Maddest of cats, in my humble opinion. Angry kitty. He's a sick kitty. Sick kitty.
He is sick.
I wouldn't put Spirit Stone over that because the way that they work is by having a metallic underneath
Oh
to
yeah.
have something to reflect through to.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
I quite like it like this though.
Yeah, I think it looks good. You know. But is there anything else we can say?
No.
Alright, well, since you are on the phone and the things are not working, we're going to have to share these headphones, but...
Share the headphone.
I'm in the stream room.
We're in the stream room.
Ready to talk about some minis.
Are you gonna read it out?
Am I going to read it out?
Yeah. Are you gonna read it out? And I used the big boy camera for this.
Yeah, but you weren't happy with it, were you?
Not very happy with
So
it.
I'm going to also bring up...
It does look nice.
It does look nice, doesn't it?
But not as happy with it like you said.
But yeah, so I'll also bring up the other pictures after this because I'm just waiting for the Facebooks to load so that I can go to it instead
Quite
of
frustrating.
making sure that... There we go. Oh, okay, so it's right after. Alright. So, another 24 sprayed up, ready for the next stream. But these guys are done for now. But no basing from the basing master? Well, there is more to that story. Alright. It looks like
We are
it is
ready
just
to
me.
receive.
Alright.
Ready
So,
to receive.
here they all are.
Look at that.
You know, he just looks very sad. He's looking off into the distance.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
And
like
he just goes, I'm a little drummer boy. Drum, 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 pat. And then everyone else is like, yeah, woo, woo.
But it's funny seeing our two test models at the edges. So this is your test model.
Oh, is
here.
that my test model?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
And here's my test model over
That,
here.
yeah.
Like that one's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is about these two, right? So, also, how serious does this guy look doing the ridiculous? It's like,
yo, forward, men. Forward.
but we're gonna actually,
Winds of wrath.
but we're actually gonna have to replace this guy and this guy
Huh?
because they've got the wrong helmets.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so we'll have to do two more within, like, a drummer boy with the V-shape helm.
Oh, okay.
And we'll have to do just a regular dude. And that they will go into different units.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But speaking of, let's see. Is there anyone with us?
No. Alabama flame.
So I'll move on. We did a live stream, but no one was there.
Nobody cared.
Just like here, nobody is here.
Nobody cared.
I'm not
Sunny
gonna-
was a little upset at the quality of the group shot, so she took all these shots which are pretty quality in my opinion.
Alright, so we move from that to this, and then,
Oh, boy.
like, you didn't zoom in on any
I
of them,
didn't
though.
crop it down. No, I didn't.
I think they look pretty good.
Yeah. I think we were rushing, and I was just like, okay, the picture there, picture done. Okay,
You were pretty much, like, picture done.
picture.
I like this guy. He's just like,
It's just like.
I'm late! I'm late!
I'm lightning.
No, I'm late.
I'm late.
But also, what lips?
What such luscious lips.
Yeah. He's like, I'm late, and then he, like, flicks his
His
hair.
Yeah.
Ah,
We gotta find a name. We'll call him Subaru.
Subaru.
Yeah, Subaru.
I really like how I managed to get this pose. I think that looks very cool, the way that he's looking at his sword.
This guy can be Tanaka.
No. Well, we know what their names are going to be.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, remember they're going to be
Oh, this is news to me.
We
I know I
can't
can't say.
Yeah.
But this is news to me.
No, we
You
talked
need-
about this before.
You
Also,
often think you
no,
told me
I
things,
did.
honey.
So, all right.
Oh, it's the Trovarion model.
Yes,
There he is.
Traverion doing his
He's just like-
ninjutsu.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah. Well, it's meant to be him doing ninjutsu, and I have him right behind the crow guy. So like.
So tell us if he looks like Trovarion or no, yay, nay. I mean yay, samurai. Wait, yuck, samurai. They look good. You did a great job on the samurai. I mean, yay, samurai.
But yeah, like looking right here,
Thumbs up,
I
fella.
like this guy.
And
He's
he's
just
just
like, yeah. But yeah, I was very happy with all of them. Like,
Yeah.
I think we put a lot of effort in. This is my test model. And I think, like, I would have liked them to all look like this. But I think that, you know...
It is a nice look, actually.
Yeah. Because, like, I think that way, you know, there's more focus around the armor. And, like, there's a greater degree of...
Variation.
Yeah, and like that way, this all looks different. So you got the braces and you got that, and like that's my one. But I'll see if I can find your one. But this is Crow Dude. People seem to like.
Karl.
And yeah, you can see some of the shine on him. But yeah, I like the gold for the eyes for the crows. I think that makes them look quite magical. But I believe it's time.
There was
for
more
us-
chat.
Alright.
Sadly, I need to go and attend a meeting.
Well-
Have a great one. Aww.
Sadly, we need to go and end
The
this
phone
call.
call. Yeah.
No one came.
No one came.
It's alright, we won't cry.
Sad.
We won't cry. We won't cry.
Very sad day.
Alright. Alright, so you're gonna do this one.
Look. This will most likely be the miniature which will have taken me the longest time to complete. I'm not even done with the green armor yet. I need to finish the third edge highlight and then do some dot highlights. Wish me luck. Trust me, guy. Trust me, guy. We've done some Space Marines before and we wanted to do it up proper. And it took me several hours just to do one guy, and I think to myself, how does anyone get anything done?
Hold up, don't click on there.
Sorry, you're right.
Here.
Yeah.
Otherwise we have problems.
But look at that armor highlighting, it looks good.
Yes, it is very nice. He's done the double highlight where you highlight
He wants to do a third one. He said he's gonna need to do a third one.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You will lose your mind. This looks so much better now. Like now that you've added some texture to this, that looks great, mate. Like I really like that. Like I'm not even sure that if that needed that highlight that you've done within there, the edge lining. I think, yeah,
It definitely adds. To
it does.
the
It does,
atmosphere.
but I don't think it was needed because you get to some cases like here where there's barely any of that
The
original
variation,
color
yeah.
shown through.
Yeah.
Because there's so much highlight.
Yeah, I really think Luke, you should just stop here with the armor because he.
And just move on to the face.
Yeah.
I hope it's not
looking
glued in.
good. Yeah.
I hope you can take it out. But next up we have Thomas.
Should I read from my here?
Yeah, you can read from you there.
Okay. Let me go up. Aha.
Ooh, that's some nice basin.
As we have a hashtag Whip Wednesday, it will be appropriate to post some whip stuff. So here is small update from my Iron Strider. After priming in black, I airbrushed... Am I stepping on something? Oh, sorry. Okay. After priming in black, I airbrushed most of it, mainly the areas that will be covered in light paint, with Tamiya Hull Red XF-9 to make rusty undercoat. Next, I airbrushed randomly the Hull Red mixed with yellow XF-3 to add some variation. Lastly, I added red XF-7 to previous mix and airbrushed it on some other spots. Meanwhile, the base is slowly being prepared to priming.
So yeah, I'm really really liking the look of that base.
Oh, that base.
But look at this. So here he's brought it up and he's smoothed it out so that he's going to black edge that to make it look more like a frame for the piece.
Oh.
You want to just lift that up because you were stepping on it before?
I was gonna do that.
Alright, so then after that, okay, so let me read this one out because obviously I show my Facebook. This is my Facebook when we go through all of this, and I think it's really important. So the reason why I want to read this one out and I want to make a statement on this is because essentially, like, I made that statement on the previous anonymous post thing, right? But this one actually, I won't say the actual words, but made me slightly enraged, except that's not the words we would use. Okay, this is ridiculous. Facebook's got a new feature called Hidden by You. Apparently, it was decided for me what I do and do not want to see. Because I think Anthony commented on one of the things. Yeah, in fact, I think it was Anthony who commented on this one. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna click this open so we got it. And like I'll look at the post. So we go view post. And yeah, hidden by you. And like, I didn't click anything, no comments visible. And I have to go...
Hidden by you is selected, so the other comments have been filtered out, except related replies that provide context.
Yeah, and like, why hide this from me? It looks great. Excellent work, Sunny.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want that hidden? Why would I want somebody saying, we did good work? And praising my missus. Like,
don't look at me.
I'm
not worthy of your compliments.
Yeah, anyway. I didn't hide anything. I love seeing your replies. I love seeing you comment on my posts, and even more when you comment on each other's posts. That's the thing I like the most, because like, that means that it's not all me. And like, you may have noticed that I don't comment much in here anymore, but you might have noticed that we're doing streams. What are we doing?
Doing 2 streams.
Six times a week now? So we got Tuesday
1,
then
Wednesday
two on Wednesday,
3,
and then we got Thursday stream.
1.
We got this stream, and then we've got the members only stream. So it's 6. Yeah.
But like today and tomorrow's streams are more like casual. I wouldn't really call it proper streaming.
But we do have to set up, and we do have to, for these ones, we do have to set up, and there's a bit of research and taking a look at things, and you know, it's not just...
Yeah, because these ones, it can sort of last however long it takes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The ones on the weekdays, they're like, you have to sit there for the 6 to 8 hours.
But to be fair, we're working on our work.
Yeah.
You know, this is for other people.
Yeah, like it's kind of like a regular work day. You know, you work 8 hours at an office or wherever it is you're working.
Yeah.
So it's like no different.
All right, except for Wednesday where we work something like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I love seeing your replies on my posts, and even more when you comment on each other's posts. And that's the whole point of this space. Yes, I'm behind on Talk Tuesday catch up. Sorry, life happens. But it never means I want people to be silent. Quite the opposite. So if you ever see anything marked as hidden by me during the stream,
it's a lie.
On the page, rest assured, it wasn't me. Facebook's being weird again. Just another day in the algorithm mines. Thanks for sticking with us, and you make this community work. Stay tuned. I'll have the stream post for you soon. Which I failed to do. I had it up that whole time and I never pressed post. Oh, sorry.
That sounds like a thing that you would do. Or I would do that too.
But it's good because, you know, we had the internet cut out on us mid-stream. The Thursday stream. We had people come over and... like they're working on stuff and they're like, oh, we didn't do it. We didn't.
This is important to me too. I didn't touch anything. I didn't do anything. And I'm just like, yeah, of course you didn't touch anything.
It's just like
It was working.
What's the, you know, I was going to say.
Brother was convinced that he didn't do it though, but who knows?
Anyway, so let's move on. So yeah, that was, and Decimus reached out to us, and that was nice. He's like, hey, this isn't working, so I'm up on the street and.
Oh my god, he went all the way up onto the street just to see if our stream was still working?
Yeah, did you not see?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Anyway, okay. Not him, me. I did that, and he messaged us about the stream. Anyway,
okay. Oh, I was like, wow, such dedication.
Read the Tim post.
I got a little work done touching up small errors on Stormcaster tunnels, but I also added this to my hobby space.
Which looks very cool.
It had been there for ages, just waiting to be put up. Ah, yeah. I have actually been wanting sort of like a pegboard setup, but we don't really have anywhere where a pegboard setup would be fit or
maybe
be helpful.
over here?
Perhaps, yeah.
Or there?
And it's good for like putting up some tools or such.
Anyway, so I think it looks good, man. Well done for getting organised, and we look forward to seeing your Stormcast. Alright, so we got a little more by Tomas. Would you like to read that one out?
The Iron Strider is going forward quite smoothly. 10 parts are airbrushed with Tamiya Buff XF57 over light coat of AK's worn effects and chipped with variety of brushes to reveal rusty undercoat from previous update. Metallic parts are painted with Citadel's Lead Belcher and Stormcast Silver.
So this is much more, I think, the distressed look that he was going for. So here, take a look at this, Sonny. See
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And that looks very much the beige dystopian future.
Yeah, like this could fit right into our beige dystopian future. This model right here.
Yeah.
Like, I think it looks really good. And so this is
Worn effects, huh?
by AK Interactive.
And is that the chipping medium?
I do believe that's the chipping medium he's using.
Just the ones I would like to try out a chipping medium just to see what's it like.
We'll try. Alright, so next up after this, we've got Joseph Mallon.
Very interesting looking minis.
Yeah, I think they're...
Very confused by them as well.
I think these are those sort of surprise minis you get in Frosthaven, because I think
This looks like a really bad surprise.
Alright, would you like to read out?
One project ends, another begins. Out first, Frosthaven unlocks. They're going quite quick, so should be finished this weekend with the time to start another project. Why do they have black horns?
I don't know. I don't think black horns is bad against the white. I do, however, think that you want something like maybe a blue wash or something in here, like a light blue wash to sort of give it the...
I think that's meant to be like a rocks that's packed together to
yeah, but like I was saying, maybe like packed ice instead.
Yeah.
Because if it's like meant to be snow-like. I do like this pose. This pose looks very cool.
Like Yodel-Leahy, who...
Well, he's more like, yo, B, what up?
Like, I'm shouting from the top of the hill. Can you see me?
But yeah, so they're interesting little sculpts, but we'll see where they go.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and then finally, now we get the red added by Tomas.
Oh, yeah, that's...
I'm just going to check comments for a second.
Yeah.
So, Rumble was saying something about a mini that doesn't exist and can't seem to peg down where to put the pegboard.
Oh, real funny.
Right.
Anyhow, we'll say Tomas. That's probably all I will be able to do before this weekend. For armor plates, I need a different undercoat as rust wouldn't be visible under the red. Tamiya Flat Red XF7. So I airbrushed them with Tamiya German Grey XF63, which is a great base for making steel. As I already had flat aluminium paint in airbrush for painting the foot stands, I wanted them to look like heavy worn car pedals. I used it to make very thin coat over German Grey to have a little bit of shine showing through the chipped paint. At first, I planned to make a distressing on red parts with another coat of bleached red. But I was so satisfied with the results after the first coat of red, I decided to leave it as is. That was the easy part. Now a lot of detail work and weathering awaits.
Are you going to do a gold or a brass on the edge bits here and here?
Oh, that looks so cool.
Because, like, I think that would look good. The, like...
Oh, the trim. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
needed, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing that I look at. I wonder if he's going to keep all of this sort of the same, or if he's going to do steel on some of it and that sort of thing. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, has its stripe pipe. I like it.
Yeah, hazard stripe piping.
We
always good.
We always love the hazard stripe pipes.
But yeah, I think it's looking good. Like, as far as whips go, you're pretty dang close to the end.
Nice.
So I'm gonna check. Surprise here. This. Okay. All right. But yeah. So let us move on to our final post.
We have Larry.
Yes, we do have Larry.
Touched up some black on the body, added energy weapon colors, and put down metal for the interior metal housing, followed by black Templar contrast running down the missile points to fill the recesses. Then so flat crimson on the warheads with a dot of bold pyrrole red on the tips, going to add some color to the heat vents on top of the main body before starting the main body. I also tried a few experiments on the destroyer that were a little sneaky.
Well,
streaky.
before we go to that, Sonny. Alright. What comes after these two pictures? Come on, have a guess. You know what's going to come after. You ready?
A completely different picture. The Skull Reaper guy.
No.
Oh, of course, the UV. Yeah, what's wrong? Why?
No, it's just like you're getting predictable, Larry.
But no, I mean, I saw that he had the UV right up front.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course,
so-
because on the phone
You got
you
the-
see lots more
yeah.
pictures. Yeah.
I think it looks cool.
But yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
grey is looking a bit more stale, isn't it? I don't
Like
know.
flat.
What do you reckon?
It just looks like straight gray.
Yeah, it does to me too. It's hard.
It's a bit hard. Sorry, Larry. I don't know what to say.
Alright, and then we've got this one up next.
Oh, the TIE Fighter.
Yeah, so, well, what are your thoughts on...
Wait, is this done?
Yeah, I think...
I feel like it needs some, I don't know, highlighting up for the gray. Because it just looks like black, straight black, and that's it. I feel like knowing how much work Larry normally puts into his models, I feel like more could have been done with this one.
I think with this one, the only thing that I think could be done up a bit more is I would like to see some chipping, you know, or some battle damage, that sort of thing. I think that having it be black and red is a very sort of classic color scheme. So I like this sort of thing. I don't know which clan this belongs to or which Star League or whatever.
Wolf something.
Wolf, blah, blah. Yeah, yes.
Clan Wolf something for sure.
Clan Wolf something for sure. Let's see. What clan wolf are we? What kind of wolf clan are we? It might be Smoke Jaguar.
Smoke Jaguar.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
clan in...
You liked the Smoke Jaguar, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it's not real good eating, but it's alright.
Okay, thank you, Cal.
But before we end off...
For your puns.
Before we end off, how about we show you some more of our work? And...
What?
We'll zoom in a bit to from all of the chaos.
No.
And
Got a bit of super glue
so
frosting.
Sunny did a lot of the trimming, but here, now, that hair worked out. What do you reckon, guys? I think Sunny did really well with it. Like, this was the guy who had all that fur put on him before.
Oh yeah, I just gave him a bit of a haircut. Put a wee bit more glue, get him to have the fur completely sit on all parts of the arm. Gave him a wee trim.
So I reckon that looks really good. But I'm liking this project. But guys, I want to thank all of you so much for joining us. Because without you guys, this community wouldn't be anything.
Right.
And I think that with so much of it, it is just you guys encouraging each other. So, as always, keep those brushes wet.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for coming.